Trapped in the Khairpur desert, Impala, lovingly nicknamed Baby by Dean, had never looked so out of place. Parked unceremoniously near a cluster of sun-baked ruins, just outside the city of Khairpur in Sindh, Pakistan, it was a beacon of American muscle in a landscape defined by ochre sand, sparse scrub, and unrelenting heat. Dean Winchester squinted through his binoculars, sweat tracking dust down his temple. Okay, Sammy, this woof, vampire wannabe, is a real piece of work. Locals call it a ghoul or ghoul. Likes to dig up fresh graves, but this one's gone full predator, snatching people right off the roads. Sam Winchester, ever the researcher, held up his laptop. It screened a little too bright in the harsh sunlight. I know, Dean. The reports match up missing persons, mutilated bodies with flesh cleanly stripped. It's strong, fast, and seems to be operating out of this stretch of desert known for old burial grounds. As they were discussing their next move, two figures approached them, seemingly appearing out of the shimmering heat haze. The local experts. Their first man, relatively young and sporting an aggressively sharp, but slightly ill-fitting waistcoat over a traditional shalwar kameez, strode forward with a self-important swagger. This was Ali Jan. Assalamu alaikum, Ali Jan announced, puffing out his chest. You are clearly lost Americans. But fear not. I, Ali Jan, am the most clever, the most intelligent in all Khairpur. You are looking for the thing that eats the meat? No, I know everything. Before Dean could offer his usual sarcastic greeting, the second man, Ayaz, stepped up. Ayaz was broader, with an intense, perpetually scowling face, and he spoke with an air of theatrical drama, despite leaning heavily on a stick that looked suspiciously like a dried-out tree branch. Humph, Okalaya. This demon, this beast, is nothing to me. Ayaz declared, gesturing wildly with his stick. I have faced bigger, more terrible things. I have chased jinns across 3 districts. When I talk, the evil things tremble. I am Ayaz, the great hunter. Some exchanged a look with Dean that clearly communicated seriously. Dean, though, managed a weary smile. Right? Dean and Sam. Pleasure. So, Ali Jan, you're the brains. Naturally. Ali Jan beamed. I know the monster's weaknesses. We must find the specific ancient tree where the monster keeps its treasure, which is guarded by a wise old woman who only speaks in riddles of the moon. Dean raised an eyebrow. Sounds... specific. And Ayaz, you're the muscle, the action. Action is my middle name. Ayaz boomed, then winced slightly as he shifted his weight. But one must plan the action. Right now, I am observing the enemy's occult. They do not expect the great Ayaz to be watching. In reality, he just seemed reluctant to move too far from the shade of a small awning disclosing parenthesis, the monster's lair. Ignoring Ali Jan's increasingly convoluted theories about moon riddles and Ayaz's dramatic pronouncements about watching the ACAL, which Dean quickly realized meant time or situation and was being used incorrectly. The Winchesters tracked the ghoul's path, using their tried-and-true methods, sulfur traces, unnatural cold spots, and disturbed earth, leading toward a crumbling mausoleum a few kilometers deeper in the desert. This is it, Sam murmured, pulling out a handful of silver-plated buckshot rounds. Ghouls are weak to silver, but fire is the best bet. Who's as they were about to enter. Ali Jan came running up, panting heavily. Stop! Wait! I have it. The monster must be defeated by pouring a mixture of goat's milk and saffron on its shadow at exactly the moment the noon prayer begins. Ayaz closed behind, struck a pose. No, you fool. We must challenge it. I will stand here and talk a big challenge. My words will weaken its resolve. Dan sighed, rubbing the bridge of his nose. Okay, guys. Thanks for the input, but how about you both stay right here? Guard the car. Guard the car. But I must have the action. Ayaz protested. It is a vital mission. Ali Jan declared proudly. A strategic defense. of the American war machine. Their brothers slipped into the dark, eerie tomb, leaving Alijan already drawing up a detailed, yet completely nonsensical, battle plan for Operation Impala defense, and Ayaz beginning to loudly narrate his silent and deadly observation of the parked car. Inside, the Ghoul was exactly where the Winchesters expected, a creature of unnatural speed and power. It lunged, its teeth elongated, and its eyes gleaming in the dark. The fight was brutal, fast, and fueled by raw adrenaline. Dean managed to clip it with a silver round, forcing it to stagger, while Sam doused the perimeter of the chamber with lighter fluid. The Ghoul, recovering quickly, turned its attention to Sam. Just as it lunged, Dean tossed a flaming lighter. The Ghoul screamed as the fire erupted around it. It thrashed, its inhuman form beginning to burn and dissolve. Moments later, it was nothing more than a pile of smoldering, dust-covered ash. The Aftermath brothers emerged, wiping the dust and sweat from their faces, the lingering smell of sulfur and burnt flesh clinging to their clothes. Alijan and Ayaz rushed up, their faces alight with a peculiar mix of panic and pride. "You are safe," Ayaz exclaimed, dropping his action stick and embracing Dean. The monster was running away from my powerful words. My challenge broke its spirit. "Yes," Alijan agreed, tapping his head knowingly. My strategic defense plan worked. The thing knew that if it approached the American vehicle, it would face my supreme intellect. It ran into the tomb to hide, and you finished it off. Sam could only shake his head. "Yeah, that's exactly what happened." Dean pulled out 2 crumpled $100 bills and handed one to each of them. "Thanks for ... the distraction, guys. We appreciate the effort. Now, we gotta roll." Alijan immediately began outlining a complex, multi-stage investment plan for his $100, involving 3 types of tea and a rare bird. Ayaz, meanwhile, puffed out his chest and shouted, "You see, the king's ransom for the king of action." They were terrified of me. Dean and Sam exchanged one last, world-weary glance as they drove the Impala away from the Khairpur desert, leaving the 2 experts arguing over who had contributed more to the Ghoul's defeat. Dean spoke, adjusting his rearview mirror. "Well, Sammy, that was a new kind of special. At least they didn't get eaten." Some smiled faintly. "New continent, same crazy. Let's just hope the next hunt doesn't involve moon riddles and goat's milk." And with the sun setting behind them, the Winchesters drove off, leaving Alijan and Ayaz to bask in the glory of a monster hunt they had successfully, if inadvertently, helped complete. That was quite the adventure. Would you like me to create a short, humorous scene depicting Alijan and Ayaz arguing over the $100?